Good morning, everybody. Rick here. Today is Wednesday, January 18th. Time is 8:49 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So here's what's been going on. Big push down overnight. Just a straight rundown from this about 4 a.m. into for a couple hours about 6 a.m. And we're in just dead volume right now. There is nothing going on to be able to even think about a trade. This is the footprint. We have nothing as far as clusters, so market's pretty much dead, which is kind of weird this time of hour, being that London is open and the New York session opens in probably 40 minutes. So I always start seeing much more volume than this here. So I'm not entered into a trade, not really even sure what to read just yet. Probably this one deviation line down here will be a start. Let's see, we had a bounce off of, well, pretty close to it. Had a low right here of 51.53. And look like it's probably going to test that for a bit. But I will keep an eye on my cluster numbers. My clusters on the footprint down here, they turn blue in this area, and then we'll get different boxes over here on the Apex footprint on order prints. So, but need some volume, and this is the expected volume right here, and it isn't even close to getting to it just yet. So I'll continue to watch, and when I start seeing my clusters come in, that's when I'll enter a trade. But as for now, just sitting on the sideline. So, all right, I'm gonna pause the video, and we'll see if we get into something. So, inventories will be tomorrow. Oil inventories will be tomorrow because of the holidays, Martin Luther King holiday on Monday. So it shouldn't be much effect as far as that. Now, something that may go on is the inauguration is this week, presidential inauguration. So that may do some weird things to the market. It's kind of hard to say right now with the uncertainty. So we shall just continue to watch and see if any fundamental moves start happening in the market. Then I just sit it out, and I just wait for the sideshow to slow down and get back into the footprint reading and stuff like that. So, all right, guys, I'll be back shortly. I don't know shortly. I'll be back if I get into a trade, and I'll walk you through it from there. All right, see you in a bit. All right, guys, I wanted to show you this real quick. We don't quite have a cluster, but we got a lot of volume building up right here. And one thing about CL is the quarters, 25, 50, 75. They seem to make a big difference as far as a lot of volume building up. So, and that's exactly what's going on here. It's 51.25. A lot of volume starting to build up. So 9 to 19 isn't making any sense. So this is possibly just a little head fake real quick. And we may come on down to the 1.5. But we got a little bit of volume starting to build up, but it was real heavy in that area. So I'm just still watching at the moment and kind of gauging to see if we'll get a turnaround here before the market opens up. So I'll be back, and we'll see where we're at. Well, so it appears I forgot to roll my contracts over. That's why the volume was so low. I got to looking, it's like, this isn't making sense, and I forgot contracts rolled over a couple days ago, but I tend to trade a couple days after it, just working everything, and just totally slipped my mind. So I have no footprint right now as I just rolled this stuff up. So it has to take time to build up. And looking at the volume here on my 30-minute chart, it looks like this was probably a turnaround. Just using technical analysis, it's really hard to say on that. This looks like a divergence here. So this possibly is a turnaround. I'm not gonna actually jump in this trade just yet, though. I need to do some more research. I'm kind of blind without my footprint, so I'll go and break it down, and I'll let you know if I get in this trade or not. So, all right, I'll be back after a bit. All right, guys, so I am long right here at 52.16, 10 contracts. Looking to pull half off at 52.26, and stop is sitting at 52.06 down in this area. Yeah, I need a footprint. So, okay, this is just watching a price action. So since I can't see my clusters on here, but watching markets long enough, you'll kind of understand how they react. And then having my small volume profile over here, just kind of watching how it reacted. So it got on down here to the 1 deviation. Did a quick hiccup, and then it just kept pushing down. So I was waiting for the stall out at that point. So, okay, I'm gonna see if this actually works out, and see if we can push on back up. Since I switched the rolled over the contracts now to March, let's see, we are down. Well, the change is 107 ticks down from overnight, from yesterday. So open was 53.33. So right up in here somewhere. And so we're over 100 ticks down now. So it's really difficult to say if this is going to be pushing back up. Got a small cluster starting to build up over here, so I think I'm in good shape as far as my entry down here at 16. And all right, now at this point we're just kind of watching and waiting. So all right, I'll be back. All right, so I got half off there, so I am now 5 contracts long, 52.16. Gonna go ahead and move my stop up to break even at this point, 52.16, and then I'll look for another place to pull another contract or two off at this point. So at the moment we're still just kind of channeling, but look at these long wicks. There's a lot of indecision going on at this level, between 51 and 21.20, somewhere in there. So not exactly sure why, but if we go back left a little bit, we can probably see. Let me go ahead and mark this level here and see what's happened back here. Nothing really. So, again, this week. This is going to be a really weird week to trade. And if anything gets too fundamental wise for me, then I'll just shut it down. But at the moment, still in this trade at 52.16, and just going to kind of watch and see if we can get something else off there. So, all right, guys, I'll be back in a bit. All right, stepped away from the computer for a bit, and look at this big old jump going on here. Sold 2 at 56, right here. Those were set as a limit. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and pull one more off. I'm still 3 long. Let me pull another one off here. Let's see what we get out at 75. So 52.75. So that locks in 26, 36, 46, 56, 76, so 50, 49 ticks at that point there. So at this point, I'm just going to adjust my stop, probably up here behind the 7 deviation line, and we'll see if we can go ahead and knock 100 ticks out of this one. All right, be back in a minute, and we'll see where we end up at. All right, it's been an awesome run upwards. So I went ahead and pulled one more off at 96. Noticing all that cluster right there as that was coming into that. So I pulled one off at 96, 52.96, and that is 80 ticks. So I'm still left in one contract from 52.16. It's down there. And my stop now is sitting at 52.56. Right here just above the 7 deviation line, and see if I need to move that up a little bit more. Yeah, I'll move it about behind here. 63. I'm going to move my stop up to 63. All right, so one contract long, 52.16, stop sitting at 52.63, and final take profit is sitting at 53.16. All right, be back in a moment. All right, so we had a close below the 8 moving average now, so I'm going to move my stop up just a few ticks to 52.66, just above the VWAP here, and that's going to lock in 50 ticks on this last contract. Still final to take off at 53.16, long at 52.16, trying to get this 100 ticks out. And at this point, it's just a matter of waiting and see. We have a lot of volume here on the volume profile at these levels. A lot of orders coming in, a lot of aggressive orders. So now I'm just kind of waiting to see what's going to happen, if it's actually going to break above it or if it's actually a turnaround. So this is a cluster in this area here, and that is due for a turnaround. A lot of momentum coming into this, so we're just kind of channeling right now. Just a battle between the bulls and the bears to kind of see if we're going to keep pushing up or if this is the final area. So I'm thinking we're going to at least get up to these moving averages here, and we're still not in the overbought area yet either, so still optimistic this is going to push up just a little bit more. But you're always utilizing risk management to lock in profits and keep most of what you already have trailing. I like to trail behind the moving average, but with the momentum behind this one, I'm just going to stay near the VWAP at the moment and go forward from there. So we're exceeding expected volume right now, so we'll see if we keep on pushing up. All right, be back shortly. All right, guys, that's a wrap. Stop was hit at 66 for the 50 tick stop loss. So ended up hitting 80 ticks for this day, and it is a wrap. Just a little bit short of profit goal, but not too bad. It's a good trading day. So, all right, guys, until tomorrow, if I get into a trade tomorrow, thanks for watching, and we'll see you later.